Barbara Ann Lambert is the author of several fascinating books on the histories of life in and around Powell River. And she has just finished writing and publishing her latest work, Homesteading and Stump Farming on the West Coast, 1880 to 1930. Barbara's books are a must-read for anyone who really wants to understand pioneering life on the coast, and her new book is no exception.
I was hearing a lot of the old stories, and I thought it was like a back burner thing, like one day I'm going to write these stories down, one day. And that one day happened when I retired in '97 and I started writing for the first time.
By documenting the pioneering families and their history and stories here on the coast, Barbara has cataloged a truly vast amount of local information.
So this book is now the 7th book, but if I'm working on a book, I pull a lot of material together. If it's either going to be an article, or if you've got a lot of material, you organize it into a book. And this is what happened with this one here.
Many of the classic black and white photographs that Barbara collected were obtained directly from the grandchildren of the families themselves that make up this unique book.
This is basically, with many families, it's a lost history in the public domain. And so what I have done is actually collected the material together, and from an organizational point of view, it's a visual documentation of homesteading. And as well, you get the print documentation of the family itself. Women became enthusiastic photographers. In 1900, the Kodak company retailed box cameras for $1 and a film for only 15 cents. Gertrude Lambert, Florence Duke, Sarah and Mary Stanley owned box cameras and recorded their families and achievements in black and white images.
Categorizing and sorting all kinds of historical material for the 3 years it took to put together the book could be considered a tough job, but not to Barbara. Her gift of organization was made razor sharp by a lifetime of teaching in Powell River schools.
I love it, I really do. You see, when I was researching on the coast here, as you get all this material in and you start sifting it, your brain is actually categorizing it.
And what does she really want people to take away from her book?
An understanding of what it was like back then. Life on the coast was really, in many ways, different back then. But what I want them to also to know that back in 1910, when the boat came up, mail from Vancouver could get here in one day and be delivered the same day. And that's 100 years ago. And now it takes 3 to 4 days. So what is progress?
Look for Barbara's books locally in Powell River or on Amazon.com. For Shaw TV in Powell River, I'm John McKenzie.